Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonnet, the owner and creator behind Sonnet's Garden Blooms, and in today's video, I am taking 5 items that I've thrifted and I am going to transform them into beautiful treasures. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I cannot wait to hear what you guys all think. For project 1, on my recent thrifting adventure in the North Woods, I ended up scoring these 2 finials for $2 each, and they are super heavy. I did not like the color though, so what I decided to do with these is I am going to use spray paint and spray the base of these satin. I like working with satin. I do not like the gloss, but we're going to spray them satin, and we're going to have 2 coats evenly sprayed on these, and then we're going to come back and we are going to start transforming them. So my vision here is I want to paint them white swan, and I'm going to apply 2 even coats of white swan to these. This has been a very popular look for my candlesticks, and there's so much detail on these, and I really want to bring the detail out. So I thought I could do this 2 ways. I could paint them white and wet distress them back, or I could apply a white wax to them, but I really wanted the black to shine through, and so what we're doing here is we are going to apply 2 even coats of white swan, let them dry, and then we're going to wet distress them back to bring out all that beautiful detail. So here they're totally dry, and again I'm using a wet rig, not too wet but not too dry, and I am just rubbing over all the raised areas, and then you can see it starts bringing out all that beautiful detail, and I absolutely love this look, and my customers do too. Now that I'm finished wet distressing and I let them dry, I am sealing them with Big Top. And you guys, this was such an easy flip and I love these. I actually am contemplating keeping them for myself. These can be used, I think, as like bookends. I am going to price them separately, but someone also mentioned that because they're so heavy that they could actually be used as like a doorstop as well. So that's why I'm going to price them separate. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure what price I'm putting on them yet, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. For project 2, when I was thrifting several months ago, I picked this out of the bins. And I had a viewer, when I did a live thrift haul, they said, do not paint it, leave it as is and do something else fun with it. So I decided to grab a spindle off of an old chair that was all beat up that I recently picked off the curb. I took off all the spindles and I'm using one of those as a handle and leaving this just as is. But I do want to paint this handle. I think they painted it several times. I had actually also thought about distressing the handle back, but I decided because the colors were so random underneath, I was just going to leave just a solid black and do nothing else to it. Here I'm going to seal it with Big Top, let it dry very thoroughly, and then let's apply it. I lined it up and I put in 3 brad nails. If you don't have a brad nailer at home, I definitely recommend getting one. For project 3, I recently thrifted 3 little cedar chests. They're tiny little miniature hope chests, and I think that their true intention would be for some type of jewelry box. 2 of them were made by Lane, and if you guys have been watching my lives, I go live every Monday and Wednesday, Monday at 6 p.m., Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I did upcycle both of those, one on Monday and one on Wednesday of this past week. Now, this one I didn't get a chance to upcycle on a live, so I thought I am going to put it in this video. What I am doing is I'm applying 2 even coats of petticoat pink to this, and wait till you see what I have in store for this one. My camera went a bit wonky on the taping, but here I am using Upcycled's decoupage paper called Upcycled Catalog. I'm trying to use up items that I started projects with, and this paper is awesome, guys, because it's a miniature version of all her big pieces. So I think it's like 50 some projects you can get out of one piece of this decoupage paper. Now, all the items I'm using in today's video, you can order off my website at www.sonnetsgardenblooms.com. So since I did have some issues going on with my camera, when I would hit record, it would not record what I was doing. So I apologize. But what I did with this little chunk of decoupage paper is I took a wet paintbrush, and where the white is and the color, I put just randomly a wet line, and then it softens the paper up so you can tear it. When you do use decoupage paper, it is much more pleasing to the eye to have it torn versus to have it clean cut. So here it is, all tore on the edges, and I like it so much better versus me just cutting it with the scissors. So here's a little trick that I learned from Lexi and Royce when I took their Stencil 101 course. I am taking a piece of plastic. I didn't have a piece of saran wrap, so I'm just using a Ziploc bag. I'm laying it down upside down, so I'm painting the back side. So this is just a tiny little piece, and versus me trying to figure out where I want that white little square to be on the hope chest, I am just painting the back side, letting it dry, and then we're going to apply it. While that's drying, I am going to just wet distress this, and again, randomly use my damp rig to bring out a little bit of that detail from underneath. Now that it's all dry, let's apply this little piece of decoupage paper to the hope chest. And again, I'm using a little starter strip just like I do with the bigger pieces. And I am going to lay that down. And then because there's those little tiny grooves, I am just going to, again, work my way down and then get that paper in each of those little tiny grooves. And by working in sections, this really helps. I am absolutely loving how this is looking, you guys. I like how it goes right into all those grooves like it's a little stamp and it was meant to be there. Next up, what I'm using is Stone Gray from IOD. It is an IOD permanent ink, and I'm slightly obsessed. I used it the other night. Typically, my go-to is always black, but this Stone Gray just has more of like a little bit more of a muted tone to it. And I am using Le Courier also from IOD. I love this set because you can use it in a background for so many items. Plus, it has these little round stamps on there. It reminds me of like a postal stamp. So because my vision here, or my thought process is, this reminds me of a little place where somebody could have kept love letters. I decided, because that looked like a stamp right there, that I was going to do that. And then there was like a little section of wording that said that it almost said like collections, which made me think like a collection of letters. So I put that on the front, and then I did another little round stamp. Now that that's all dry, I am using Big Top and I am going to seal the entire piece just to give it a little bit more added protection on the front where the recycled paper is, and then to seal the DIY paint. For Project 4, a viewer sent me a letter and asked if I would like to come and pick her garage. She had had a rummage sale and she had a bunch of leftover items and that I could pick from it. And I showed you guys all that free thrift haul. I filled up the entire back end of my vehicle, and this was one of the items that was still in my stash to flip. What I decided to do was paint the entire frame black by Little Black Dress. If you actually looked at that frame, it was kind of like plasticky looking. It had some weird texture to it that I did not like. So I wanted to make it all uniform with one coat of paint. And then I did like that gold though peeping through. It actually had like a gold trim altogether. So I'm going to wet distress just that gold portion and bring that just to have it a little bit of it coming through. Now that I have just that little bit of gold popping through, I am taking Big Top and I am going to seal it. Because there was so much detail on this frame, I am going in really heavy to get into all those crevices of that detail. And then what I'm going to do is then go back and take my paintbrush and then take away any of the excess and then wipe it all over. For Project 5, after I thrifted this basket, I had discovered that the handle was broken and fixed, so we are going to do a little bit of transformation to this one. For starters, I decided I was going to cut a piece of drop cloth and put a piece of drop cloth on the front of the basket with a transfer. I did grab this extra transfer from the Seed catalog, which is a new IOD transfer. I thought it was really beautiful looking, so I am going to apply that to the front of the piece of drop cloth. Because I was having some technical issues with the camera, it never hit record, but basically I applied the transfer just like I would to any other piece, laid it down and rubbed it with the transfer stick. Now I am going to apply this piece of drop cloth to the basket, and I am going to use Tight Bond Quick and Thick. Now I decided I wanted to add just a little bit of color to the basket, so I am using weathered wood from DIY, and I am going to go around the entire edge, and I'm going to add that there and then to the handle. And I'm just applying one even coat. DIY paint is very heavily pigmented, especially with the darker colors, so typically only one coat is needed. After that, I'm going to seal it with Big Top. Just apply one even coat of sealer to the edge and the handle, and I am absolutely loving this basket now. I had so much fun this week transforming these 5 thrifted items. I think by far though, you guys, my favorite was this little cedar chest. It's like a little mini cedar chest, and I love how the Upcycled decoupage paper just perfectly fits on top. It reminds me, I'm sure I'm mentioning this in the video, but it just reminds me of like a postage stamp, and I love using the Le Courrier stamp from IOD as well to tie it all together. If you guys missed my Monday and my Wednesday live, I did transform 2 other little mini cedar chests. I thrifted them all, and on Monday I flipped one, and then on Wednesday I flipped the other. Totally 2 different transformations, and they both turned out so cool. I cannot wait to get them in my booth. I think they're gonna go quick. But this one just reminds me of a place where somebody can put like little love letters or something like that. It just was super sweet. I liked the petticoat pink from DIY, so yeah, this is definitely my favorite, but I can't wait to hear what you guys thought of today's video, what your favorite item was, and if you saw Friday's video, you'll know that I am currently in up north Wisconsin at my cabin, so I don't know what you guys are gonna get on Friday. Probably, who knows? At this point, when I come back, I'm gonna probably be completely rested and inspired to provide you with a lot more great content. I love taking a little downtime every now and then just to refresh and rejuvenate myself. So if you are feeling uninspired, sometimes you just need to step away, just hang out with your family and friends, enjoy some other stuff, and then come back and you'll be able to hit the ground running and be absolutely creative. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you Friday. Bye.